Hello everyone, welcome to my stream. Here we have OpenAI declaring code red as Google's Gemini AI outpaces ChatGPT in industry benchmarks for its claim. Sam Altman sets all hands to the pump on flagship LLM, Parks, and other projects. Google's advancements have apparently gotten Sam Altman nervous. OpenAI chief Sam Altman said in an internal memo that the company is in code red status, meaning all other projects will take the back seat in favor of ChatGPT. According to the Wall Street Journal, Altman said in the memo that the company needed to improve its flagship AI LLM services, including personalization, speed, and reliability, as well as allowing it to cover a wider range of topics. OpenAI popularized the LLM with the release of ChatGPT on December 1st, 2022, almost exactly 3 years ago. However, its competitors have since caught up with their own releases. Its current biggest threat is Google, which just released Gemini 3 in early November and is baked into most, if not all, of Google's products. Aside from this, Anthropic has also released Claude Opus 4.5 late last month, which is gaining market share among enterprise and business users. There are several other challengers, like Meta's open source Llama and China's DeepSeek. The tightening competition has made it crucial for OpenAI to stay ahead of the curve, especially as it continues to burn through capital. Microsoft, which has invested over $13 billion in the startup and holds 27% of its for-profit OpenAI PBC, reportedly lost $3.1 billion on the AI company in its first fiscal quarter earnings released in late October. Redmond previously hid its losses on OpenAI as part of its $4.7 billion other expenses. Despite not turning a profit since its founding more than 10 years ago, OpenAI has been continuously spending and investing billions of dollars on massive data centers, with its president envisioning a 10 billion GPU future. It even signed a deal with AMD in early October to secure 6 gigawatts in chips in exchange for 10% of AMD shares. All this talk of billions of dollars had led some experts to ask how it will make good on these investments. Even though OpenAI's rivals have taken strides in advancing their own LLMs, it still leads in several aspects. In fact, the company is expected to drop a new model next week that will challenge Gemini's latest release. However, the Wall Street Journal reports that the response to its last major release in August 2025, GPT-5 was less than stellar, with users complaining that it felt clinical and was less capable in math and geography versus previous versions. OpenAI updated the model around 3 months later to fix these issues. Now let's go through this analysis of this article. Now, the AI race intensifies, and that means understanding OpenAI's code red moment. In this memo, it sent shockwaves through the tech world. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, declared code red, a phrase typically reserved for critical emergencies and moments of existential importance. This declaration signals far more than typical corporate urgency. It reflects the mounting pressure in the artificial intelligence sector and the competitive landscape that has fundamentally shifted in the recent months. What does this mean for the industry, investors, and the future of AI development? Here we'll talk about the strategic shift, competitive pressure, the financial reality, and ChatGPT's performance as a linchpin, what it means for the broader industry, the broader implications of AI development, and the AI arms race being real. According to Altman's internal communication, OpenAI is making strategic decisions that prioritize product excellence over business expansion. The company is deferring several newer projects, including advertising initiatives, to concentrate resources on improving ChatGPT. This move is significant because it represents a tactical pivot, essentially pausing revenue-generating opportunities to ensure that their core product remains competitive. For a company that has been celebrated for its innovation, speed, and market leadership, this defensive posture reveals the intensity of the competitive pressure they are facing. When billion-dollar companies voluntarily delay profit opportunities, you know the stakes are extraordinarily high. The decision underscores a fundamental truth in technology. Maintaining market dominance requires constant innovation, and any lag can quickly erode leadership position. The competitive pressure. What is the urgency now? The timing of Altman's code is crucial. Just as OpenAI was consolidating its position as a dominant player in generative AI, competitors have begun releasing increasingly sophisticated alternatives. Google, with its Gemini models, has demonstrated capabilities that rival or exceed ChatGPT in certain domains. Other players like Anthropic, which ironically was founded by former OpenAI researchers, Meta's Llama models, and various other organizations are closing the gap at an alarming pace. What makes this moment particularly critical is the realization that first mover advantage in AI is ephemeral. The underlying technology, transformer-based neural networks, is no longer proprietary. The competitive advantage now lies in execution, optimization, data quality, and the ability to iterate faster than their competitors. OpenAI's code red essentially acknowledges that they cannot afford to rest on their laurels while competitors are actively improving their offerings. A financial reality, burning cash to stay ahead. Perhaps the most sobering aspect of Altman's memo is the acknowledgement of OpenAI's significant cash burn. The company is burning through capital at a rate that demands a $100 billion round of funding to sustain operations. This merely isn't a capital raise for growth, it's survival funding to maintain their infrastructure and development pace while pursuing profitability remains a distant goal. The financial reality reveals a critical tension in the AI industry. Training and operating large language models is extraordinarily expensive. The computational cost alone, running servers 24/7 to serve millions of users, consume enormous resources. When you factor in research and development, talent acquisition, and the race to build the next generation of models, you understand why OpenAI needs such massive capital infusions. The company's evaluation has reached unprecedented levels, yet profitability remains elusive. This creates a precarious situation where OpenAI must continuously demonstrate progress and maintain market leadership to justify its valuation and secure future funding. It's a high wire act that requires flawless execution. ChatGPT's performance as the linchpin. Altman's memo makes clear that GPT's performance is now the linchpin holding together OpenAI's entire strategy. Everything, funding, future prospects, market position, depends on ensuring that ChatGPT remains the most capable and user-preferred AI assistant available. This explains why improvements to the core product takes absolute priority. The stakes here extend beyond mere market share. In the AI industry, user trust and perceived capability drive everything. If users migrate to competitors because they believe alternative products are superior, the network effects that benefit ChatGPT evaporate. User data, feedback, engagement are crucial for training and improving future models. Losing this advantage to competitors would be catastrophic. What this means for the broader industry? OpenAI's Code Red moment offers several insights into the state of the AI industry. First, competition is intensely faster than anyone anticipated. The barrier to entry in AI, while still high, is becoming more surmountable as foundational techniques democratize. Companies that aren't relentlessly improving their core offerings risk obsolescence. Second, the financial demands of AI development are reshaping the industry's structure. Only companies with access to massive capital can compete at the highest levels. This favors well-funded startups, large tech companies, and well-capitalized venture-backed firms. Smaller players must find niche advantages or risk being absorbed or eliminated. Third, customer-facing AI products have become proxies for technological capability. ChatGPT's dominance stemmed partly from its genuine capabilities, but also from network effects, brand recognition, and user familiarity. Maintaining this position requires improvement and a relentless focus on the user experience. The broader implications for AI development. This moment raises important questions about the trajectory of artificial intelligence development. If companies must continually raise billion-dollar funds simply to maintain competitive parity, what does it mean for AI development? It suggests we're entering a phase where resources and scale become increasingly important factors determining which organizations lead the field. It also highlights the sustainability question. Can companies build profitable businesses around AI assistance? Or will the field become dominated by tech giants who can subsidize these services as loss leaders? OpenAI needs for $100 billion to suggest that current business models may be insufficient to sustain independent development at the frontier. This conclusion is that the AI arms race is real. Sam Altman's code red declaration is not hyperbole. It's a realistic assessment of a company fighting to maintain its position in an increasingly competitive landscape. The message is clear. AI race is accelerating. Competition is formidable, and only through relentless focus on product excellence and continuous innovation can leadership be maintained. For the broader tech industry and AI development, the moment signals that we're entering a new phase. The era of relatively unchallenged market dominance for AI leaders is over. The future belongs to those who can innovate fastest, secure adequate capital, and maintain user trust through superior products and experiences. As investors, technologists, and observers of AI, we should expect continued intensity in this space. The code red isn't just about OpenAI, it's a signal that the entire industry is at an inflection point, will be crucial in determining the answer. Thank you everyone for watching this analysis. Please like and subscribe, and thank you.